Hey guys, Mr. Freezy here, and yeah, it's kind of been a while. I've been kind of busy lately, and I haven't been able to record videos. So yeah, this is technically the first video for my side of the channel. The game we're playing right now is Home, and it's a very artistic game, I've heard. So let's see how it turns out. You are an adventurer for hire. You take a variety of jobs and contracts to earn a living, usually involving hunting monsters or criminals, escorting merchants and royalty, etc. It's the peak of one of the worst winters in years, and the warm fire is a necessity to survive. Hmm. Not too long ago, you purchased your own home on the outskirts of town. It's a nice change of pace from moving between inns all the time, but after so many days of returning to an empty and bare home, you feel slightly bored of the routine. I mean, I would be too. You just went out, came back in, went out, came back in for forever. I mean, for the rest of your life, just went outside, did stuff, went back into the house, slept, repeat. Just would get boring. Nevertheless, you keep on working. Okay, we're in the game now. It's cool. Let's see. Nope. Ah, there we go. Okay, eat. The fire crackles warmly. Yes, it does. Okay, same thing. So go work for the day, or what was on this side? Nothing. Okay. Why does he have peg legs? I mean, it may be part of the artistic style, but he kind of looks like he's got peg legs. Ain't gonna argue. Spend the day tracking a beast that has been eating the local farmer's cows. Oh no. My reaction exactly. You eventually track it back to its lair and defeat it, receiving several cuts and bruises in the process. Ouch. You claim your well-earned reward and then return home. Okay, so I guess we go over here. Still crackles warmly. Cool. Let's settle down for the night. You make a simple meal and sit next to the fire eating it. Okay, let's get different. Okay. There's not much else to do in the day as has you worn out. I mean, fighting a monster would definitely wear you. Oh, you go to bed early. The fire still crackles warmly. I have a feeling it's going to be like that the entire time, so I'm not going to do it anymore. You escort a merchant carriage between two towns, facing numerous packs of bandits along the way. The long travel and the cold and frequent fighting is draining you, but you are given a good sum of gold and some food as payment. That's good. You return home exhausted, once again. This is kind of getting a little tedious. Once again, you make the basic meal and fall into the chair next to your fire. I stuttered, kind of. You throw some more wood on the fire and go to bed. Nice. I'm guessing that's still crackling warmly. You work as the bodyguard and guide of a lord visiting a nearby town. Although he is accompanied by 4 of his own guards, he hired you for your knowledge of the area. The lord is an unpleasant man, but the work is better than destroying monster nests in the swamps. Oh, probably. While walking through the markets, a clearly inexperienced pickpocketer, I'm guessing that's a pickpocketer, barges into the lord and dashes off with a pouch of coins. Don't just stand there, fools! Catch that scum and bring him back here. You pursue the thief through a few streets, but quickly catch up to him in a side alley and tackle him to the ground. The thief is a very young man, maybe still a teenager. Please, sir, don't kill me. I can't leave my brother alone to fend for themselves. Please just let me have this coin in my life, and I swear I'll never cross you again. You know what? I'm a nice guy. I'll be a nice guy. I'll let him keep the coin. You know this man needs the coin more than the Lord. You glance around you. The other guards are nowhere nearby. You tell him to keep the purse and run as fast as you can. Thank you, sir. Thank you. He sprints away, wiping tears from his face. You tell the lord that the thief couldn't be found. He is visibly furious. You can't forget about your payment. Get out of my... You can forget about your... I'm sorry. You can forget about your payment. Get out of my sight and be thankful I didn't have you punished where you stand. You return home. Your coin purse is lighter than usual, but your conscience is too. And for that, you're thankful. You did the right thing. Yep, the fire still crackles all the way. You practice some swordplay before once again going to sleep early. I'm guessing that's going to come in handy? It's an unusual request on the notice board in town. A traveling alchemist is looking for a place to stay until wintering. They're offering a hefty payment for this. You decide to take the quest and go meet them. You enter a local tavern, and as stated on the notice, the alchemist is sitting in the back corner by himself. You show her the notice, and she beams with joy. You're a lifesaver, thank you. There's not a hope of me getting my stock back home with this winter being as bad as it is, and none of the inns would let an alchemist stay because I'm apparently a hazard to the other guests. Don't worry, I won't set your home on fire or blow it up or whatever it is people think alchemists do. Although I may need to bring a few of my own things so I can continue working while the weather has me cooped up around here. As she says this, she drops a sack of coins on the table. You're surprised the table can take that much weight. How much? You return home with the alchemist. Ah. Oh, that's nice music in the background. Thank you for letting me dump my stuff here. Besides, this place seems like it needs more life in it anyway. You really don't spend a lot of time here, huh? Oh, wow. With that alchemist's help, you make some dinner, and the two of you sit next to the fire to eat it. You both talk about work and the weird people and places you've encountered as a result of it. For the first night in a long time, you spend much of it laughing and talking cheerfully. You're surprised when you realize how late it is. Aw. Must be hard for him to live alone. You help the alchemist unpack the last of her belongings, and after showing her to her room, you head to bed. Morning! Heading out this early? Here, take some of this book. They're much better than those mass-produced potions you've been using before now. She hands you several vials of healing potions and medicinal bandages. Okay. Oh, you can check the fire. That's disappointing. You take a job as a courtier for the nearby town Smith, delivering weapons and armor to the city. It's a long work, and tracking through mounds of snow to get from the town to the city just makes it worse. After returning from the deliveries, you go to claim your payment from the smith. As you enter the shop, you see the smith talking to his daughter, a somber look on his face. When he sees you in the doorway, he urges his daughter to go upstairs. You can tell from here that she's unwell. Her skin is snow white, and she seems to be breathing slightly heavily. She rushes upstairs at her father's urging. Welcome back, friend, the smith says, smiling warmly. You're here for the payment, I assume? Just give me a second while I find the pouch. While he searches for the coin pouch, you think about his daughter, feeling worried. You know, I'm curious. I mean, it probably is kind of a touchy subject, but on the other hand, we might learn something valuable. So let's go. You mentioned how his daughter seemed unwell and asked if there's any way you could help. His expression darkens for a second before returning to his usual jolly smile. No, there's no problem. She's caught the flu, it seems. Nothing serious. He hands you your payment and bids you farewell. You return home, worried about the smith and his daughter. Okay, so I'm going to have to stop it here. I'll make a part 2 to this series, and yeah. If you want to play it for yourself, it's on Congregate, the site. It's very good, great for games, and until next time, guys, see ya.